42, 43, 44 is all three belong to fruitive deeds. That a man, a group, what they did, what kinds of desire they have, what they are doing to achieving his fruitive deeds, to achieving his desire. So I have taken here three verse combinedly. So Sri Krishna pleased to Arjuna that men of fruitful deeds are very much attached to the flowing words or Vedic chants or Vedic chanting of the Vedas, which recommended various fruitive activity for elevation to heavenly planet, resultant good birth. See what they desire. They desire elevations to heavenly planet first. They will achieve the heavenly planet. Second, resultant of good birth. They will take good birth, aristocrate man's family. And then power, and so of power, they receive power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratifications, that man become very desirous about sense gratifications. Pleasant and opulent life. Opulent life then they say that these is nothing more than this. They always say, that person always say, ki there is nothing more than that. This means everything's this. Without this desirous is nothing in this world. I mean, all these things is there. And lastly, Sri Krishna added, in mind of those who are too attached to the sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered to such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to Supreme Lord does not take place. Means he never achieved Supreme Lord because his mind become bewildered of these ever desirous things. So this is all three verses in which what kinds of group they are thinking. They are thinking that only these desirous things is present in the world and nothing. And they also become bewildered or become many branches to the mind, and they believe that the flowering words of the Vedas, or in another word, the chant of Vedas or the Vedas chanting, which used in time of sacrifice, by aiding sacrifices, by this Veda chanting, they will got his desirous opulence, his desirous opulent life, his desirous gratification of senses, please, and all things, what he think about, he will receive as he think. So, this is thinking of a fruitive deeds persons. Sri Krishna here define that kind of the group. And then Sri Krishna, after define this group, he added in verse 45, 41, 42, 43. The definitions of the group are the persons who have desirous opulence, who come under fruitive deeds group. Then I would like to touch with verse 45, in which Sri Krishna, told that some part of the Vedas deal with the subject of the three modes of materialistic nature. Now Sri Krishna telling about those part of the Veda whereby ritualness of Veda present, the ritual things of Veda present, and what kinds of that chapter or which chapter it is present. He added that some part of the Veda deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature, right? And part of Veda rendering, this part of the Veda rendering, stabilizing. What they rendering? They rendering sense enjoyment, process of ritual for sense gratifications. So, detached from this enjoyment and ritual process, and be free from the duality like pleasure and sorrow, and free from the giving the advice, and free from the gaining and safety of gained yoga, and be stabilized in the self or eternal conscious, in self-conscious, self-realization, or self-conscious, or internal part of the conscious, and get independent conscious. Sri Krishna here advised lastly to get independent conscious, get independent internal conscious. It means to avoid these things, make yourself independent internal conscious, and this independent internal conscious will be created by absence of mind desire, absence of intelligence desire, absence of senses desire. If your mind, intelligence and senses desires become pious, become clean, then your internal conscious, then your internal conscious, self-conscious become independent. And if it is become independent of these three, intelligence, mind and senses, then you become cleaner. Your internal conscious become pure. Then you receive your bliss enlightenment from the Jnana Yoga. You receive your devotional service from the Bhakti Yoga. And you received your you will free from the bondage of your birth and cycle of your work in Karma Yoga. So, first, become your or make your internal conscience independent. And this independency of internal conscience is very helpful to make you peace, to make you auspicious, to make you a path towards achievement of God. So, become independent internal conscious. Don't think about the enjoyment. Don't think about the ritual process. And free from this duality, like pleasure and sorrow. Free from the gaining and safety. What you gain in yoga means you don't think about what you gained in yoga. Don't think about this safety and gaining. Sri Krishna will be saved. Sri Krishna will save your this gaining. What you gained. It is well known, defined as Yogkshem. The word Yogkshem, in which Sri Krishna told that you attach with yoga by ritual determination. I will save your yoga. I will save what you gain in yoga. I will provide all the living materials to you, but you attached in yoga continuously. Don't think about that safetiness. No. Become free from the safetiness, what you gain, and do involve in your karma yoga, do involve in your jnana yoga, do involve your devotional service, that is the bhakti yoga. I will save what you gain till now. That is the Yogkshem actually. I will discuss it separately in Yogkshem. It is a very gracefulness given by the God to a devotional service, to a independent internal conscious people, to a blessed people. So, Sri Krishna pressurizing here that be internally independent conscious, because your conscious will be independent. Then you feel that you have Godhead inside, that you will ready to achieve you will ready to attain the Godhead, you will ready to attend the liberalizations, you are ready to attend the salvations, you are ready to attend kingdom of Godhead. So first, make your conscience independent. Be independent, internal conscious, clean conscious, pious inside you, peace inside you, peace due to the forgetfulness of desire, of mind, intelligence and senses. So become independent conscious. So before verse, this verse I said that be 1M, resolute determination, and second here told that make your conscious independent, or become independent conscious, or peace conscious, or become independent internal conscious. The second advice is given here, for which is important for achievement of bliss, enlightenment, liberalizations about the Godhead, free from your birth and cycle. These process Sri Krishna told in this verse.